So that give you a little idea why people like these things?
Yeah.
The Shelby Mustang stuff, which probably most everybody has heard of the Shelby Mustang. Bill Murray, and I have a restoration shop where I've been restoring Cobras and Ford GTs for about the last 35, 38 years. And my shop's up in Longmont. Here, this is it's a 289 or 260. It's called a Dragon Snake. This is a very early car. They only made about 4 of them, and it was specifically made to drag race, which is really totally different from road racing. But they, some of the guys that worked at Shelby American, some mechanics, they were, you know, this is in California, and they all drag raced, and they were hot rodders and stuff. So they talked Carroll into, they kept bugging him, and finally he says, "Okay, take that car over there." He just pointed to this one car. It was actually painted red at the time. And he says, "Take that. I don't want to hear about race cars, you know." But this kind of was their color scheme. It was called Guardsman Blue with white stripes. And these cars had all the ultimate development work, you know, done to them, all the little tweaks and stuff like that. So these are all very famous race cars that, you know, won, you know, major races with major drivers running them and so on. This one here, this is probably the most important Cobra ever. And one thing about it too, it's like those first 2 cars I showed you, this is the paint and everything that it ran in 1965 when it was last raced. This car won the most FIA races. It won 4 of them, of any of the roadsters. And it was driven by very famous drivers. Bob Bondurant and Phil Hill were the primary drivers of the car. But it raced, all its races were over in Europe. You know, it ran at Goodwood and all the very famous, you know, type places like that. But it would be the most sought after Cobra. Value-wise, you can't even put a number on it. It's so high. But this is the top of the pyramid for everything Cobra right there, that car.
Allison, Jonathan, what do you think of these cars?
I think they're like
great.
The coolest. I love these things.
Do you, and you say you have a Mustang at home, an old one?
Yeah, totally.
We have a lot of cars because our dad really likes cars. He's right over there.
Yeah. Your favorite car here?
My favorite car?
I personally like the one in front there. The race car Cobra.
It's the Cobra?
Yeah.
Let's go look at it. Yeah. Can we go over and look at it?
Sure. Love to.
We're getting it.
You're so sweet.
Ooh, this one?
Yeah, this one's my favorite.
Wow. It's a Ford GT40 something or other.
Just like a real one that really tight.
What an experience that was. Huge car experience. Big car experience.
I like this.
You like this?
Yeah.
Does it have a motor?
No. I know of Mama Lenska.
This is the 67 Shelby Mustang.